Hello and welcome. Today's conversation is going to be relationship marketing, making a difference. And I have a very special guest here today. I have Michael Copperwhite, who's going to be my sidekick along with our guest speaker. So halfway through the program, he will tell you all about his story and how he's making a difference with SendOutCards. I'll introduce myself. I'm Carol Ward, and I am a SendOutCards distributor. I am a senior manager. I've been with SendOutCards for 5.5 years, and I tell you, it is an amazing business. So without any further intro, I am going to get right down to what SendOutCards is about, and then we'll get into what Michael's been doing with it. So welcome. Thank you. SendOutCards is making a positive impact on people all around the world, literally. And it is a tool that you can use to help further that kindness revolution that we like to talk about, because so many people need that in their lives. And there's only one thing that we ask, is that you actually do something about it. We have this tool that will assist you in making a difference, and you can incorporate it without changing anything that you do today. So I'm going to just give you a background of SendOutCards and let you know where and how this all came to be. Because Cody Bateman founded the company back in 2003, and our international headquarters are located in Salt Lake City, Utah. And we're a member of the DSA, which is the Direct Sellers Association. It governs our type of business. Well, Cody had this dream that he wanted to be able to take the offline brick and mortar environment of greeting cards and gifts and make it an online click and order. He wanted to do something just like Amazon did for books, Netflix did for movies, and iTunes did for music. Because do you realize that these $3 billion companies, they've collapsed the inefficiencies in our marketplace. They've literally made our lives easier, don't you think?
Absolutely.
So like Amazon, I don't know about you, but they know where my house is. There is no doubt in their mind. Every day they show up with something new. I even had Sunday night somebody knocking on the door for the Amazon local. I was amazed. But that's just simplified so many things for us. And again, Netflix, what have they done for us? Well, they've simplified the way that we use, that we view our TV shows and our movies. And frankly, the term binge watching is around because of them.
That's right.
Unbelievable. And then iTunes. Michael, when's the last time you went to a music store to buy a CD?
It's funny because they're not around anymore. I kind of miss it because I'm a little old school. But I think anybody watching this has used all three of those companies this week.
So exactly, you just click on a track, you download it, and you're watching it. Unbelievable. Well, Cody wanted to have that simplification come to SendOutCards. So he created this system that you can use from your home, your office, anywhere you are. And all you have to do is click that magic send button, and that's where the magic happens. Because we're going to print it, stuff it, stamp it, and yes, we even mail it for you. So how much easier to get than that? Yeah, phenomenal. These cards are part of that digital revolution that we're into right now. Do you realize that the largest taxi company owns no taxis? And the largest telecom company, they don't own any lines. Well, the largest media owner doesn't create the content. I do my fair share on Facebook. Michael's getting up there again, too. He's back in action on that. And the largest movie house doesn't own any cinemas. Well, the largest software vendor doesn't create the apps. And the soon-to-be largest greeting card and gifting company has no stores. So SendOutCards is definitely on the right track in this digital revolution. And they are the best relationship building program in the world. They have sent over 140 million greeting cards and 7 million gifts over the past 13 years. And that number is growing incredibly every day because we just keep having more and more people get excited about this. And did you realize we're the #1 user of the U.S. first class stamp?
I just heard that. Yep.
That's phenomenal. These cards can be made right from your computer, or they can be made from your smartphone, because we don't have a preference whether you would like to use an iPhone or an Android. We have an app for both of those. So it has absolutely made that immediacy in our society that much more affordable, and we can get our hands on this in a heartbeat because of our app. Because you realize we do all kinds of communications on our phones. We read books, we watch our movies, we play our music, we play a few games, sometimes too many. We even do business on our phones. I mean, personally, I'd be lost without mine. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an appendage at this point in time. Well, as you can see, doing business on your phone brings about new challenges. And there's so many reasons to send a card that Cody went out and found for business purposes. There's essentially only 3 top reasons why people send a card. Thank you. It was great to meet you. And let's celebrate some new possibilities of possibly working together, a new union, something like that. So he created this first impressions kit. Beautiful kit. It's so professional looking. It comes in pearl white or black satin and made to completely simplify the sending. I'm going to run through in less than a minute how easy it is to send this right from your phone. You ready?
Ready.
All right. So when you click on the app, this is what it looks like on your phone. We're going to click on the double envelope at the bottom. That's our campaign, and that's where we've stored the first impressions campaign. We're going to create a card using the first impressions white new possibilities card. Click on that, pops right into your screen. Absolutely beautiful. You simply swipe to the left, and here's where you can make it so personal by just adding a picture of that meeting that you just had and that, agreement that you just made. You pop it right in there, and we take care of formatting it for you. So you don't have to do anything other than take the picture and pop it in. Swipe again, and here's where you can customize your message. You can use the message that's already there and add your signature, or make it completely your own words. And it is just such a beautiful way to celebrate a meeting and in some kind of union that you created. You swipe again, and this is the back of the card, and this is where you can put your branding. So make that card completely personalized and something that customer is going to just want to keep, and really gives you not only a great first impression, but you'll see the lasting impression. We have one more thing to do. We're going to add a customer to it because we have to have an address, right? Mm-hmm. Click on that, submit it, and away we go. Here's what shows up in your mailbox. That's pretty sweet. So that card by itself costs right around $2, and that includes your with the postage, it's 49 cents more for postage. Mm-hmm. So that card is going to create such an incredible first impression on these people. It should be a really sweet, lasting impression as well. So I'm going to go over how you can pay for those cards. We have what we call a preferred monthly package, and that's where you would buy the points in advance for your cards. So that card that you just saw was a 5-point card, and you would purchase 100 points a month, no commitment period. And if you don't use them all in one month, they roll over. If you need more in that month, you can buy them at that same low cost. So it's a really economical way of honoring your contacts and being able to work with them. We do have 2 other ways that you can buy points. You can do a retail package at just $9.80 a month, or you can do a pay-as-you-go where the more points you buy, the less you pay per point. So whatever works for you is how you should set up your account. One other thing that we have is our one-time purchase of bundles. Now, these bundles are value packs that we've put together for you. And in the marketing and business bundle, they include that incredible first impressions campaign that you just saw, that alone has a $249 value. So if you put all of these tools together and bought them individually, the business bundle with a multi-user account is almost a $1,400 value for $795. And the marketing bundle, which is what so many companies purchase, that if they only have a need for one account, then this would give them all of their tools, and it's a $754 value for just $395. That's a pretty good savings by bundling them together. And then if you want to go very simple and keep the budget down for right now, the personal bundle is just $195. You have a small savings there, but you can upgrade to the other packages at any time. Not bad, huh?
Amazing.
So we have this need to share what fun things we do with other people. And as you do that, you're going to have people that ask you, how can I do that? Well, why not make a few dollars while you're referring people to this business? And that's what we call a distributor. So for $50 more, you can become a distributor and start earning commissions and bonuses. And we even have added in this distributor follow-up campaign package if you buy one of the marketing bundles or the business bundle when you sign up as a distributor. Kind of sweet, huh? So I'm just going to quickly show you that follow-up campaign. For the customer, it's a 4-touch campaign that welcomes them into the business and gives them 3 more touches of things that they can do with the cards and things that they want to think about, like adding the back of their card, getting that set up, and all of those fun things. So it gives you that automated feeling of being able to reach out to your customers over like a 2-week period. So it's kind of nice. We have a very similar campaign for a new team member. So if someone signs up a distributor, you would send them this campaign instead. And this will give them ideas on setting up their business and how to really get things rolling. So that is included when you buy one of those bundles and sign up as a distributor. And by the way, that alone, $99 if you bought it by itself. So that pays for your distributorship in a heartbeat. And one thing that we're going to go into now is our nice black hole. No. We have just a couple of really quick slides on the income opportunities of SendOutCards. And as I'm talking about this, I'm going to have you think about where you might fall into the 1, 2, 3, 4 ranking of people that hear about SendOutCards. You're a 1 if you want to be a customer. You're a 2 if you're considering being a referral partner or you're looking at a self-funding marketing plan. You would be a 3 if you want to work part-time, or a 4 if you want to replace your current income. So just think about those, and I'll go over the next 2 slides. And so we have 2 ways of earning money. Those 2 ways, the first way is a regular bonus structure, because these are one-time purchases. They come with a one-time bonus. And I'm just going to give you the numbers initially on the marketing bundle so that we can keep it a little bit simple, and that's right in the middle. So for every marketing bundle that you personally sell, you can earn up to $335. For every marketing bundle sold in your organization, you can earn up to $195. So you simply double that for a business bundle or have that for a personal bundle. Now, the second way that you can earn an income is what we call residual income. This is a monthly commission that gets paid to you, and it is 20% of your monthly volume that your customers purchase. All right? And then in addition to that, you can make money off of the volume that your team members' customers purchase. Nice? So depending on how big your team is how big your check is. It's that simple.
Look at that.
The more people you add, the more customers there are, the more commissions there is. So as I said, I would get back to you quickly here. Are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? With that, I'm going to wrap up this portion of our program and let Michael talk to you, because do you realize that SendOutCards is poised for massive growth? We are going to have so many people experiencing the positivity of SendOutCards over the next few years that we will be a worldwide household name. So join us today. We would love to have you be a part of this revolution. And with that, I want to introduce to you my very good friend. Yeah, Michael Copperwhite. Yes, Michael is a drummer, which is why that makes perfect sense to him. And he started his SendOutCards business on July 1st of this year. He is passionate about sharing his business with others so that they can experience the ease of showing gratitude to others. Whether they choose to enhance their personal or business relationships with our program, Michael believes that we are helping others to positively touch lives in a very meaningful way. And you're going to see some really cool things that he's been able to do for people. He has boy-girl twins, Zachary and Jenna, who are 24 years old. His daughter, Jenna, is a pediatric home care nurse and lives in New Jersey. His son, Zach, is becoming a PGA golf professional and is currently at Scottsdale National Country Club in Scottsdale, Arizona. A little bit warmer than what we are today. Exactly. Michael is employed full-time as the Director of Business Development for Foley's Collision Center in Worcester. His previous types of jobs include all aspects of the restaurant business and various sales positions. His hobbies include golf, yoga, and, as we mentioned, drumming. His burning desire is to replace his full-time income and have the time, freedom to live life on his terms and no one else's, right? So Michael's key to success is never stop learning. And can I tell you, this man is constantly reading. It's truly, truly amazing. So with that, I would love to welcome Michael Copperwhite.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
I'm going to move aside so that you can have the full screen.
Look at that. All right.
Woo-hoo. Yes.
Thank you for the invite. It's an honor to be here, actually, and share a couple of ideas and what we're doing.
We are excited to have you.
So we have examples of some cards that I have sent.
Yes.
It's so fun because this is a buddy of mine named Larry, who is one of my best friends. And like most best friends, you talk about everything, but we've never sent each other a card. There's something that was really informal yet formal about this. When I took this selfie of us, this is the inside of a card, and I was just saying thanks for just being my buddy and always being there for me. And he got this and was just blown away by it, because it's not the kind of thing that ever happens between friendships. Like, for no reason at all, he got this card in the mail with a picture of us, and it's on his desk as we speak. And it's really kind of making a difference. I mean, I took this friendship, I mean, not that it can get any higher, but it just took on a new degree because of a card. It's amazing to me. It's amazing.
It really is.
This is a fun one. So I have 5 guys. This is 4. There's a 5th. We actually go back to 7th grade together. We grew up in New York. We still get together once a year, and we are at Fire Island. This is on Fire Island, New York, on Columbus Day weekend, October, just 2 months ago. And so I took selfies of the 5 of us, and I sent each one of them a card, and their picture was on the inside of the card. So it was the 4 of us, and they opened up and said, "And you makes 5," and we're blocking next year's date to get together. And they were blown away by it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Again, these are friends of ours. We see each other not often. We talk all the time. No one ever takes it to that, let's send a card and do this, and they were blown away by it. Incidentally, how simple this is, we were on the ferry leaving Fire Island, coming back on that Monday, Columbus Day, and I sent all 4 cards, because I didn't send one to myself, all 4 of those cards. I should have sent one to me.
Yeah.
In the time, I was sitting next to my friend Joe, who's in the upper left here, lives in Huntington Beach, California. 10 minutes into this ferry ride, I was done with all the cards. He's like, "That is amazing." And I go, "I know." People are blown away by how exactly. People are amazed by how simple this is to do.
It really is, and that formatting comes with the system.
Yeah, I picked those 4, just dropped them in. It was, I mean, there's no technology needed for this. If I can do this, anybody can do it. Family, this is so fun. So this is my daughter. This is my niece, Paige, who lives in Florida, and she got married in March this year, and that's her husband, Jeff. And these are pictures I actually took off of her Facebook. So it makes it so simple. I'm on my phone, Facebook, boom, boom, boom. And I picked this format because there were a couple of small. She actually wore those purple sneakers under her wedding gown.
I love it.
And then the rings and the two of them. And this particular card I included in America's Best gift card as their wedding gift. And they were blown away. I just got this text message saying, thank you so much for the card and the gift. And, this is a keepsake for them forever. I would not be shocked if that got framed. Incidentally, these 2-panel cards are perfect size for a 5x7 frame.
Absolutely.
And here's a friend of mine named Brian, who I basically shared our opportunity with, the business opportunity, the customer side. He owns a business. He and a partner have a business together. And he loved it and said, I'll become a customer of this in a heartbeat just from my sending it to my vendors, my customers, just to set myself aside. I said, great, do me a favor, text me a picture of your family. And he did. And so I sent him that card, which is his wife and 2 kids. And he was blown away. And it kind of sealed the deal with him becoming a customer. When they experience what it's like to get this card in the mail and open it up and have that experience, I always say, how was your experience? And they tell me, I go, imagine whoever you're trying to thank or reach out to having that same experience. So that's on his fridge as we speak, that card.
Wow.
Yep. Just because. What do we have here? Oh, my buddy John. So John's a great, great friend of mine, lives in New Jersey. I shared with him the whole opportunity. I sent him this card. This is a special card for him. That's he and his sister. And I wish I had the text message because I reviewed the text message he sent me saying, thank you so much for the card. I love the card. I love you for sending it. And just really, again, it sounds kind of silly and trite to say it took our relationship to the next level, but there's something about it that really just sets it aside. It's amazing. So very cool.
Nice.
And this is a fun one. So people are saying, what the heck is this? So over this past summer, I've been wanting to do this for years, but my girlfriend and I have been hosting at the City House an outdoor movie night. So out in the side yard, and so it's in the city, but I live way off the streets. I got this very somewhat weirdly private side yard for having living in the city. And we project up onto this brick building next to me. So we have this 12-foot screen, and we had 10 or 12 people over, and we do an outside viewing at night of movies. And we did Psycho, and I did a follow-up card to each of the people who came. So I went online, and I pulled this off, and I made this card, and inside it says, hey, thanks for joining us for our outdoor movie night. I think this was July. And they all got the card who were there, and they were blown away by it. I mean, actually, the inside of this is even funnier because we had a photo booth with a shower curtain and a fake knife. And so each of the couples were there with, one in the shower behind the curtain, the other one with the knife in front, a la Psycho. And I took the pictures on my phone in black and white. And so when they opened that card, it's a picture of the two of them in black and white, stabbing each other in the shower, and then said, thanks for coming. So that was
creative.
Kind of fun. Yeah, it was a fun, different thing to do. And who gets invited to an outdoor movie night anyway? So we can't wait for April. Get through this winter stuff.
Yeah, get through
so
this.
So the card is they're just so fun. And I remember when I got started, and I've been receiving cards from Carol for years, and we've been buddies for a long time. Right. And then this summer I was kind of considering doing this as a business. And I remember looking at so this 100 points in it's 30 cards. I can't imagine sending 30 cards a month. That was my first thought.
I remember that.
And then before too long, and of course you realize it's also 6 or 8 or 10 gifts and cards, which is much easier for my mind to kind of go, I could do that. But then you kind of start almost looking for reasons to send cards and creating opportunities. Well, you do. And creating opportunities with a picture you take with your phone to send a card to someone. And so these are just a couple of different examples of that. And I think what goes on behind the scenes is what happens to that relationship. I remember watching a video on YouTube I found as I was kind of doing my due diligence on this company and looking to start my business. Mm-hmm. One of the guys I found a video of, who I'm a huge fan of, talked about having gone to lunch with someone, took a picture, sent them a card, and he says it's way different than just sending an email saying, great to see you at lunch. He says, I feel good sending the card. He gets the card, he opens it up, he feels good getting it, he calls me to thank me. And now our relationship's at a different level. And it's really true. So it's honestly, when I first heard about changing lives one card at a time, I thought, that's a bit hokey. I joined to make money. Let's go. But the truth is we really are touching lives by sending cards. It's amazing.
Yeah. So totally agree.
Mm-hmm. Celebrate. Oh, here's my buddy Bonnie, who lives in Boston. If you can see, that's the Boston skyline. You're looking down at the Boston Commons. This is Beacon Street, and she lived past tense in a 6-story building. We're on the roof deck where I shared with her this whole business opportunity.
Beautiful.
And about 200 yards to the left of her is the Golden Dome of the State House.
Oh,
so that's Beacon Street right there, and she was moving out of this building. So I said, let's take a picture of you at the rooftop, and I sent her this card, just thank her for her time and as a remembrance of this cool place she's been living at for a bunch of years, and I just moved. That's what that was about. Happened to be a beautiful day, which was nice. And this is really kind of special. So I have always been a believer that in any network marketing business, I think that we are involved with the best for so many reasons. But in any business, what's really, really important about it is making sure you're tying into events and getting your team members to events.
Right.
And so we jumped in a van together a couple of weeks ago. Oh my God, it was only a few weeks ago, and drove to Toronto.
About a month ago.
Yeah, a month ago for what they call a Promptings Academy. And Cody Bateman is the founder of the company. That's him right there. And I was close enough to take a few pictures during one of the exercises. And there was a woman I met.
Close enough. You're only 3 rows back.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have the phone on Zoom for that. But there was a woman I met there named Heba. This is Heba's son. I don't even know his name. I took these shots.
Mm-hmm.
And Heba just rank advanced. She went to executive and senior executive in 1 month. Huge inspiration. So I was chatting with her.
Nearly impossible.
Said, and I said, I need your address because I got some pictures of your son and Cody that you're going to want to have. So the outside, this is the inside of the card. The outside card, she and her son and daughter. And then inside were these 4 pictures with her son and Cody, which I thought were really cool. And she's getting that this week, this card, probably like today or tomorrow.
So you're looking forward to hearing from her.
Yes, that's our buddy in Ontario, Canada.
Yes.
Which I found by mistake, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's another story for another time.
So,
well, thank you so much for those stories. Yeah.
That actually was taken in Toronto.
It sure was. And it was an incredible trip.
Oh,
but it just opened your mind.
The next ones.
The next one's here.
In Massachusetts in June.
Yes. And we also have our other event in January here.
January 25th, Jordan Adler live in Massachusetts.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And there's a Promptings Academy coming up in Scottsdale because my son's going.
Yes, the weekend of the 20th of January.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to go to that one.
Yeah. He is going to go.
These are amazing. They're really such a cool thing.
Oh, that's so good.
And I've been to lots of events over years in different companies. And this is, there's something that's really so casual about the day, which is refreshing, but so professional at the same time. It's a really cool atmosphere. When you start to get talking about what these cards are doing, and more than that, it's really about who we are. Like Cody talks about who you are, and then what you do with who you are. Those gifts of yours,
Right.
But I was amazed with a company that's been around for 13 or 14 years. So we're past the wave 1 craziness of changes and obstacles and roadblocks and comp plan changes, and all that junk is behind us. This just works.
Right.
And now we're going to spread the word. I was surprised that a company that I perceive as this big, which is nowhere near where we're going. At this event, we had 200 people there, and here's the founder of the company, here's the president of field operations, and the #1 income earner all in the room. And we're rubbing shoulders and talking to these people. I was blown away. I was expecting, you can't see them unless you're in a Coliseum of 25,000 people.
Right.
So it's a cool thing.
It absolutely is. And I just have, I wanted to elaborate on that next level relationship that you talked about a little bit. Because for friends to be friends, you've got a pretty good relationship.
Yeah.
But now when you're sending them a card and saying, it was so nice spending time with you, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
When you call for that get out of jail free card.
Not that I would have to make that call.
But don't you think that kind of solidifies the fact that they're going to come running if they're not already in the cell with you?
Yes. The true friend would be, actually. It's probably their fault.
Well, the one that couldn't make it that night is going to come running.
It's funny. It's just so still to me, so crazy that a card can make such a difference in someone's heart. I think we run around in our lives and we put on these, faces of everything's fine, and we get dressed up and we put on we show up to life with a smile on, and we all got our acts together. And then we were all running around trying to show everybody that we all have our act together. Everybody else is doing the same thing. And some people underneath all of that stuff are kind of crumbling, and life is happening and stuff is going on in their lives, and stress and family and stuff.
And I think you had another story that you were telling us about. We didn't touch on it here, but don't you have some cards that you've sent that have arrived at unique times?
Oh, is this the dog one?
Yeah.
So that's a cool story. It wasn't even my card. I should give
That one.
Bernadette credit for this. And
Yeah.
Cindy.
Yes.
But Cindy's a distributor, brand new manager, actually, on the team, and she had set up a gift account. So it allowed a friend of hers to send a card on her behalf. And this friend had a very dear friend who just got word that their dog, their golden retriever, was not doing well and cancerous and et cetera, et cetera. And this is like their family member. So she sent them a card with the front of the card being a picture of their dog because she had a picture in her phone. And they got the card, and they literally, the picture I have, which I should have brought up because it's actually not a card, the picture was of the card on the floor with the dog sleeping behind the card.
Right.
And they're like saying, thank you so much for this. And then 3 hours later, the vet putting the dog down. The same day the card arrived.
Yeah.
And this couple's in tears calling their friend Bernadette to say thank you so much for this card. And
because it just made such a lasting memory for them to be able to have that and hold on to it. And it's once you're involved with SendOutCards, you have so many stories about cards arriving at the perfect moment for people, because you just kind of get into that feeling of gratitude, don't you? And you just get in tune with people's needs. So,
and that's really the whole, I mean, this whole company started because of this very incredible story that Cody went through with his brother and ignoring his prompting to just say, hey, I care about you and you mean a lot to me. And then never had a chance to do it again. Yeah. It's just an amazing story of the mission behind what we're doing.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. So, all right, we're probably running over.
Really already? We just got started.
I'm pretty sure that we are. So I'm going to wrap it up here. And I just want to thank everyone for stopping in today and listening to the story of SendOutCards and listening to the stories that Michael's had about so many people's lives that he's impacted and been able to make a difference in relationships. So thank you. If you want more information, you can reach me here at at my contact, or reach out to Michael directly, or get back to whoever sent you to this webinar, because I'm sure that they would like to talk to you more about it. So have an awesome day, and we hope to see you in January.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.